Hypocrisy and lies going on here. What you got? You got something?
About to though, I will.
Okay. Let me get here. I got you right here. Well, you can pull it. 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 1. Time to wake up. It's high time to stop hating your brother in your heart. Okay. This is not vanity that you're seeing before you. We out here serving you. This ain't vanity. This ain't nothing to be jealous of. Okay? Because you know that spirit is on our brethren these days, man. You know, our people want to be deep, bro. Our people too busy being deep. But you don't realize that it comes from the lies of this system. That's where you get your deepness from, man. Okay, and the end of it is, at the end of all this wisdom that comes from this world is idols, man. Engraven images that don't even speak. That's at the end of all your knowledge that you get in this world. Hey, that's why the scriptures say it's broad, man. It's a broad way of understanding. And it's going to lead you to destruction and death. Because your enemies gave you this way to understand. So-called white man who look at you and look at how destitute you are. And defiled you are and spoiled you are. And we their music these days, man. Go ahead. Okay.
Timothy. 1 Timothy chapter 4. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of the devils.
Doctrines of devils. And this is the doctrines that come from our oppressors. They give you a doctrine to do what you want to do. Man lay with man, woman lay with woman. Okay? These things ain't benefiting us as a people. All right? They tell you to get it by any means necessary, right? That's complete and utter wickedness. They tell you to hate your own brother. You're gonna get paid. You're gonna get, you're gonna get money. You know what I mean? You gotta get that money. You gotta go against your brother on that field. You gotta go against your brother on that court, right?
What they don't tell you, Salaki, what they don't tell you is that money, the money that you're trying to get, and any day you can have $1 million. Any day, America's money can mean nothing.
America's money can mean nothing.
In any day.
Hey, because what does it profit? What will riches profit you in the end? Riches ain't gonna profit you nothing in the end. When calamity come, listen, so-called white man's gold ain't gonna mean a damn thing. He gonna throw it in the streets. And that's real currency, gold, silver. And what the Bible say, that it's gonna be cast into the streets because they're gonna be able to save you from the day of destruction.
So I got one. Good, I got one.
Go ahead.
My pages will turn. 1 Timothy 6 and 5. Salakia, y'all bear with me.
It's all good, brother.
1 Timothy.
All this knowledge that they heard all day and they don't want to stick around for more, that's on them.
1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 5.
Hear this.
Perverse disputings of men, corrupt minds, and destitute of the truth, supposing that gain is godliness. From such withdraw thyself.
That's right.
But godliness with contentment is great gain.
That's right. Godliness with contentment is great gain. But we don't have any godliness in this. we push that thing away. Give me 1 John chapter 1. We're gonna go back to that 1 Timothy. Because of hypocrisy and lies, that's something I want to touch on too. Did you get that one?
No.
Hypocrisy and lies. Okay. So 1 John John chapter 1, verse 5.
It's the book of John. It's the book of John, chapter 1, verse 5. And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended not.
That's right. You don't comprehend what the hell is going on in these last days. They say the wicked will not understand.
But the righteous will understand.
And the law is the truth, right? Right? The law is the truth. That's the standard, right? So go give me Romans chapter 8, verse 7. But we're going to get back to that. Romans chapter 8, verse 7.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 7.
Go ahead.
You don't want to start at 5?
Go ahead.
Verse 5. For they that are after...
Go to 4, my bad. Go to 4.
Verse 4. That righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us.
That's right. That righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us. The same man that they think said the law is done away with, the same man that they think saying the law is done away with just said what? Righteousness, the law.
The righteousness of the law,
right,
might be fulfilled in us.
That's right.
Who walk not after the flesh, but after the spirit.
That's right. And what is the spirit? The law. I mean, what will get you to the spirit? Doing righteous works that come from what? The law. Go ahead.
For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh.
They that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh. This cigarette makes me feel good. This music makes me feel good, even though they teach you to be all out wicked, unholy, profane. The law is made for what? Those that are unholy, profane, haters of mothers, manslayers. And if you hate your own brother in your heart, what the Bible say? What is Yahweh? What Jesus say? He said that you are a murderer. Okay? So the law is good for you. It's good that you know of it, you know?
Con.
Go ahead.
But they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit, for they be carnally minded is death.
To be carnally minded is
Con.
death.
Salakia. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace.
And what comes, and what brings life? The word. And the word is God. Go ahead and get that in John chapter 1.
John 1 and 1. John 1 and 1.
Come on. See, our people being taught that man should lay with man, woman should lay with woman. That's complete and utter folly. Madness. Time for us to wake up in these last days.
The book of John, chapter 1, verse 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was the beginning with God.
All right. So the Word is the Most High, and what His law comes from. And what? The law is of the Word of the Most High God. What's going on, brother? So look, let's go back to Israelites. That's right. You are too, brother.
Oh yeah, I am.
Yeah,
you are. You know why?
What nationality are you?
What's your father?
My father is from Mexico.
Mexico, yeah, you're Issachar.
I'm from what?
You're Issachar.
Is correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna ask the question: is the Hindus also?
No.
No, Hindus no.
No.
That's a religion.
Yeah.
No, the Indian. I mean the
No.
Indian from India.
No,
No,
they're not.
They're Elamites.
Well,
They're
you
from
know
Elam.
what?
They're the enemies of the Israelites.
Yes.
Oh, the Indian.
Yes. They're Elamites.
And which other ones?
Anybody that's not Israelite.
That's
Oh,
right.
okay.
So you see this sign? You can look at this sign. I got one over here as well.
Yeah. You gotta look close. We're gonna make one. We're gonna make
A
a big
bigger one, yeah. Anybody that's not on this, this is their the genealogy that the white man gave them, and this is their true biblical genealogy.
Okay.
So anybody that's not on this sign, they're the enemies of the Israelites.
That's right. A lot of those people, a lot of the countries that dwell in peace right now, they have rulers over them, and you know they confederate against us. Go ahead and give me that. Watch this. Listen to this, bro.
Yeah, check this out. This is how you know everybody else is your enemy.
Listen to the enemies of the people of Israel.
Psalms 83. We'll start at 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
That mean that they whispering and they talking and they you know it's a secret tumult too. They talking and they saying, man, you know, everything is about destruction of the so-called Mexican man, the black man, the Indian man,
The
right?
Native American Indian.
That's right.
The
The Native American,
Also the
Aboriginal,
Israelites too, right?
Yeah, Native American and Seminole Indians.
and those that understand this truth and believe in this truth, the way that the Bible is written. Okay, go ahead.
They make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against our people.
So that's the crafty counsel. That's the hidden talks that they have against us. That's why they set up laws and things like that. And I'm gonna give you a scripture on that. Keep going.
And consulted against our hidden ones.
Consulted against our hidden ones. Hidden ones. So these people that's say that these other people that's known as the Jews, that's not true, because in the scriptures say we're gonna be only the Jews and the Israelites. They're gonna only be oppressed and crushed always, and the nation of Israel will be no more in remembrance. So that means this other people, they fulfilling another part of scripture, which is not the truth. Go ahead.
They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation.
Let us cut them off from being a nation. Why is it that your people and my people can't help each other? You know that we hurt, we destitute out here. You shouldn't be riding the bus. We done build up America. We built America. They killed our ancestors. They killed the Mayans, the Inca, the Aztec. Come on now.
Texas was Mexico.
That's
Texas
right.
They took Texas from Mexico.
Texas,
California, New Mexico, and Arizona.
Yeah.
But we had, the world was made for our sakes. Understand that. Because that's what was said to Israel. Okay? And the reason that you partake of this is because of the curses. Okay? So they cutting us off from being a nation. We can't help each other. We can't, you can't tell me, hey brother, come over here and get a job. I'll pay you good. What you need? $40 an hour? I got you. You can't do that.
Salaka, even on top of that, like, you don't know who you are. You understand what I'm saying? That's part of the crafty council. That's part of making the hidden ones. You believe they told you that you were Mexican, right?
Yeah.
They told us that we were black, or African American, or Negro. You understand what I'm saying? All these different bywords instead of actually telling us, hey, you're Israel. You understand what I'm saying?
Part of the corporation.
Well, that's part of the crafty council.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how you cut us off from being a nation,
Like
by not allowing us to know we are a nation.
That, like the brother was saying about the evil rulers and wickedness in high places, man. You know, these people, the only thing that's in their mind is darkness. The judgment of the Lord is far out of their mind. Okay? They don't know. They want to judge us on this land, but when they killed millions of people, so many Aztec and Aboriginal Indians, so-called Aboriginal Indians, so-called Mayans, so-called Inca, okay? They killed so many that it threw off it made the world go into global warming, man.
You ever seen this before? You heard of this?
We serve whites only, no black. Oh, no, I've never seen that one.
Yeah, so there's actually, just like how there was a term called Jim Crow for Negroes, there's actually a term called Juan Crow for the Spanish. So they were doing, they still do it today in some states. In Arizona, that still goes on. They literally have restaurants that have signs that say whites only, no Spanish. No Spanish Mexicans. It won't say no Spanish, it'll say no Spanish Mexicans. So the same oppression, the same hate, the same, like literally your people went into slavery before my people went into slavery. A lot of people don't know that. Y'all went into slavery in 1492. You understand? We didn't go into slavery until 1715. So we all pretty much, like he said, we all partake in the same curses. And that's because of who we actually truly are. So let me read on about so you can hear the enemy. So we didn't even get to that part yet. That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, that's the white man.
So it said confederate against thee. I mean they all together.
Yeah,
that's a team. They all in it. They all got their hands in the same evils. Yeah. And then not only that, we went into slavery among all nations. Yeah. Our people went into slavery in China. How you think they built the Great Wall of China?
Sure wasn't no Chinese.
Did you hear about the black samurai?
Yeah, I heard of that.
Okay, because he was a slave. They took him from Africa, is what they call it. Did you know that the maroon? Who is? Do you know Yanga? Gasper Yanga? Or Gasper Yanga?
I heard of Genghis Khan. No,
Gasper Yanga. Well, look that up for me, brother. Gasper Yanga. Let's see who Gasper Yanga was. See, the so-called white man taught the so-called Mexican man to hate the so-called black man, right? Yeah. And other nations of people saying I'm not black, like the Dominicans, you know, some of the
they got us all against us, like killing each other, you know.
Exactly.
We're not supposed to be killing each other. We're supposed to
look in California, right?
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, I'm from.
We're gonna read that. We're gonna read it. Yeah, we can show on a picture though. Yeah. He was a slave.
Yeah, I'm from South LA.
That was in Mexico.
Oh, okay.
He was a. Go ahead and give me that in with, you know, at the top.
Gasper Yanga.
Gasper Yanga. Listen to this. Go ahead.
Often simply Yanga or Nyanga was an African known for being a leader of a maroon colony of slaves in the highlands near Veracruz, Mexico.
Near what?
Veracruz, Mexico.
So that means the Spaniard man took the slaves to where?
Mexico.
And then they took them in. And what else? They took those people that was already here into slavery. Okay? And they brought them from the west of Africa. Okay?
Huh.
So there's I ain't even gonna deal with that. But look, he was a slave, and what happened? Let's see what he did. Let's go ahead and keep
In Mexico during the Veracruz, Mexico during the early period of Spanish colonial rule.
During Spanish colonial rule.
Mind you, saying Spanish.
Yeah.
Not Mexico colonial rule. That's Spaniards.
Conquistadores, right?
Colonizing. That's what
Conquistadores,
that's what colonial rule means.
You ever heard of that?
It means they're colonizing.
Yeah.
You ain't
They're
never heard of that.
Europe,
colonization.
right? Europe is part of Europe.
Spanish is Europeans.
Yeah.
Conquistadors.
Our people need to learn their history, man.
He is known. Well, he is known
just
for
basic history.
he
Just
is
basic
known for
history.
successfully resisting the Spanish attack on the colony in
That's right.
1609.
He resists the Spanish attack,
Yeah.
right? And what did the Haitians do? They resisted the so-called white man, fought the so-called white man.
They did.
Haitian Revolution.
Come on
Sent
now.
them about it. But that's
Cut
why.
their heads off.
But that's why
That's
Haiti.
right.
That's one of the reasons why Haiti gets no help.
Because they
that's
fought
why-
against.
Yeah, because I've been watching that.
Yeah, that's why
Look
they
at-
get no
It's
help.
like a yeah.
Look at Venezuela. Look at Mexico. They say, oh man, we just need to build a wall. No, they trying to oppress Israelites. They know who you are.
That's why y'all in the immigration. The kids are in the immigration camps right now, getting harassed, getting raped. Yeah, that's why they doing that. They know.
Killing them. They think that they making meat out of it.
They know who y'all are,
Dead bodies.
and they know what times we're in right now.
Yeah.
So it's expedient for them to exterminate us. That's why you're seeing more black men getting shot every day.
Yeah, I've
It's
been watching
expedient.
that, man.
Yeah, it's
Like,
expedient.
out of nowhere,
So
like this.
it's because they see the times. So the so-called white man, he's not oblivious to the scriptures. You understand what I'm saying? He may not have the full understanding of the scriptures, but he knows. You understand what I'm saying? And he knows how to read the signs that the end is coming near.
Yeah.
So the understanding that true salvation is not going to a magic place in the sky. True salvation is the Savior coming back to redeem us from our oppression and putting them into oppression. Matter of fact, I'll read that for you. I'll show you. It's in the Bible.
Day of Atonement. That's what they
I'm
call it.
gonna read this for
Day
you.
of Atonement. I'm telling you.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. Obviously, that means that they're not in their land right now, because we're not in our land right now. Set them in their own land. And the strangers are other nations, shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them, and possess them in the land of their Lord, for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. That's what being saved is. That's what's gonna go on in the true heaven, which is gonna be on earth.
So look, go back to Deuteronomy. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 28.
So the curses.
We're gonna show you about the curses that's on Israel. Okay? So like you said, we not in our land. Like I was just telling you, you can't tell me, brother, let me give you and my people. We know who we are. We have history. We don't even know our history. We don't remember our history. Anything that we look like, I just brought out about, just like I brought out about
we got
Gasper
YouTube channel,
Yank.
though. Subscribe to it.
We don't even know that history. Every little bit of good history that we have, we push it away. Why?
Barely learn it right now.
Because we taught to hate ourselves.
Yeah.
Only try to go out here and build up America, the land that destroys you and kills you every day. Yeah. Come work all day, 14 hours a day. We get happy about that. And what happens? They want you to retire. And then what they do, take it from you. Now they making the age requirement, the requirement of
Hey, shouldn't
retirement.
you go with me, fam?
They making the age requirement that much more. All right, they keep changing everything. Actually, give me
Subscribe to it.
Gotta get you on all these medications.
Yeah, check out. We got a lot of
come
videos.
on, brother.
Check 'em
See,
out.
you know.
All right.
Listen,
Yeah,
get the
already.
curses.
All right.
All right, brother.
Have a good one, man.
All right, brother. Shalom, man.
Shalom.
Hey, I like my
Shalom.
Shalom. That means peace.
Shalom. Shalom or shalom.
Yeah.
Shalom. Peace.
Bye. That's how you bid your brothers that understand the truth farewell.
All right, so I'm starting at 15.
Give me, give me 15. Yeah, go ahead.
And then for a sign or a wonder, right?
Yeah.
Deuteronomy 28, chapter 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and do all his commandments and statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
That's right. So all these curses, if we don't listen to the Most High, all these curses are going to come upon us and overtake us. And give me verse 42.
46.
Yeah, 46, or 45 first.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the Lord, to the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and statutes which I command thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder upon thy seed forever.
So the things that we go through is a sign and a wonder upon our seed. Okay, so they was talking to our forefathers. He says it's going to be a sign and a wonder on thy seed. So that means, and he says forever. So that's the way that you tell who you are. We are Israelites because of the oppression that we catch out here. Because we don't have anybody leading over us that's of righteousness, that's of our brethren, that's teaching us according to the Most High God. We don't have that. We have people that's making money off of us. We have people that's lying to us. Okay? In our churches that they have in our neighborhoods, what? They don't do nothing but take money from you. Okay? They bear rule by their means. The priests bear rule by their means. That's the only reason that they there is to take money from you. So it says it's going to be a sign and a wonder upon thy seed forever. And that's why we still dealing with it. Until what? The Most High sent his son to redeem us. Yeah. Go ahead. Okay, it's all good.
No, it's all right. I was going to just move on because for him, a lot of that fits.
Yeah, go ahead. And he want to hear about the sicknesses too.
Yeah. Verse 48. Therefore, thou shalt serve an enemy which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger, in thirst, in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he's destroyed thee. So it's telling you, like you're gonna need. It tells you pretty much you're gonna need to go to your enemy for everything: hunger, thirst, clothing. So when you want to buy food, you go to Taco Bell, you go to whoever. You don't own that. We don't own those. The white man own those, right? Even if we go to go get a T-shirt from the hair salon, from the hair supply store, the beauty supply store.
Beauty supply.
That's a Chinese person.
You want to go get a tall tee? You remember the tall tees back in the day? You want to go get some a lot of brothers, a lot of sisters, they want to get weave, you know what I mean? A lot of sisters want to get weave. You got to go to your enemy for that.
You got to go to the Chinese man for that. Further on, 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
What? From
the end of the earth, as swift as an eagle flieth.
And that's what the Chaldeans did, man. They had horses that outran the Inca. Inca could, look, the Inca people could run fast. The Gadites, they could run fast, okay? They were strong, They had weapons made of obsidian, though, because they took their people they like to take their people into captivity and torture them. That's what they like to do. They like to take people, that's what they do to their...
Those are whites, too?
No, the Inca? No, that's...
The ones that they chase the Incas?
Yes, the Spaniards. That's what it's talking about.
Conquistadors.
The conquistadores, Those are the people that came over and killed you.
Yeah, they brought the guns.
Yeah, they had guns.
They had guns.
They had guns. That's how that's one of the ways. That's one of the ways they subdued us. Further on, it says, "A nation whose tongue thou knoweth not."
Come on.
So y'all didn't know. Y'all didn't speak Spanish. Y'all spoke Hebrew.
Yeah.
You ever heard of the term Jíbaro?
No, I haven't heard about it.
So Jíbaro is a Spanish word as well. Yeah. So if you slow down Jíbaro, what does it sound like? Jíbaro.
Yeah,
so Jíbaro in Spanish, you can look it up. It means people in. It mean Hicks, people in the mountains, right? So the Hebrew that's where a lot of them went to go hide to go practice their Hebrew teachings. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So they started calling them Jíbaros, Hicks. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. But they really were saying Hebrews, but they just wanted to call them Jíbaros. Yeah. What verse you wanted?
Where you at?
Deuteronomy 28 still. You still want to show some more curses?
Yeah, bro. Keep going through the curses, and then we're gonna see.
Verse 51. And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle, and the fruit of thy land, until thou be destroyed, which also shall not leave thee either corn, wine, or oil, or increase of thy kind, or flocks of thy sheep, until he have destroyed thee.
So what happened? They killed all of these. This is in your history. Why did the so-called white man kill all the buffalo?
Well, because that was the food of the Indian, right?
And the what? The clothing, the tent, the tents, everything.
Yeah.
And the so-called white man killed them all. So what? couldn't have any. You
have to go to them.
He took everything that you, and that's the same thing the so-called white man doing to us now. You don't even know how to fix it. We don't even know how to fix a basic. Most of our people don't know how to fix basic plumbing malfunction. Our people don't. They don't know how
his
to.
People do.
Huh?
His people do.
Exactly. His people know how to do these things. We don't even know how. We're not self-sufficient at all in any way. That's what the scripture said. They sell us our water. You know, imagine them coming over here, killing you, getting you off the land, and then now they selling you bottles of water. Like, man, this was our land.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then they judge you on the same land that they killed.
Yep.
They judge you on the same land that they killed, murdered, raped, robbed by the millions. Go ahead.
And they put it on. They put their hands on the Bible and swear to these things.
Come on. And that's the truth.
That's complete evil.
That's hypocrisy.
All right,
you know?
Verse 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil towards her husband, of her bosom, and toward her son, and towards her daughter. So that's telling you, like, our women in Israel, man, we didn't even let their feet touch the ground. That's how delicate we treated them. Right now, because of these curses, they're gonna want to argue with their husband. They're gonna want to be rambunctious against their husband. They're gonna have an evil eye towards their husband. You understand what I'm saying? They're not submissive anymore. Right? Now all of a sudden it's hard to get a woman to be like, right?
All she gotta do is put you on child support, leave you, not cook for you. Anything our women decide to do,
and
that's what's gonna happen.
They go further to say, her eye shall be evil toward her husband of her bosom, and towards her son, and towards her daughter. So how many instances have you seen on TV where Hispanic or black women have done something crazy to their own children? And you're like, man, are you fucking serious? You understand what I was just looking on Facebook earlier where it was a black woman. She literally was letting men rape her children. Literally. Right? Further on. And toward her young one that cometh out between her feet, and toward her children which she bare, for she shall eat them, for one of things secretly in siege and straitness, where thine enemies shall distress thee in thy gates. And that's something that don't go on today, but that happened in past time when people was literally starving to the point where they ate their children. That's in history. Yeah, that's in history. Let's see what else we got.
Filipinos also?
Nah, Filipinos are Moabites.
Oh, okay.
So look, check this out. We were sent into all nations. We went to all nations. Okay? So, and the Lord said that we're going to be like the sands of the sea. That's the promise he gave to Abraham. So if we be in the sands of the sea, that means what? The so-called white man is spreading his seed. When he took the women, what did he do? He'll rape them, right? So you got people that might look like you, but they might be of the seed of who? The so-called white man.
Esau.
They might be Esau, because somewhere in their lineage, but that's what the scriptures say, don't give heed to
endless
genealogies. So it's all about the word. If you understand this word, you desire for the coming of the Most High, you want justice to be done, okay? Give me that Proverbs 31:9 again. Look, let me show you something. This is Quetzalcoatl. This was the Aztec god. So what does that look like? That's a spear in his side. That's him up on the cross, right? Now they got him red, but he was really depicted as a black man. These are the original pictures, okay? This is they said this was Christ. He got the fan in his hand.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
When this system comes down, how's it gonna come down? It's gonna be destroyed with the thermonuclear destruction. You understand?
Oh, yeah.
That's how it's gonna happen.
Y'all been preaching that it's gonna get nuked.
That's right.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. That's the weapon of the Lord.
It's in the scriptures. It just ain't saying it ain't saying a nuke. It ain't saying a nuke. But when you read it, it's pretty clear.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Open Proverbs 31, verse 9. Open thy mouth, judge righteously, and plead the cause of the poor and needy.
So that's what you're supposed to be doing. Open your mouth, judge righteously, plead the cause of the poor and needy. Give me Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 8.
While I'm pulling that, give him the.
Yeah. You got YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay. Our YouTube is
Mine is real life. And then Yasharala.
Yasharala.
So you got to spell Yasharala.
Yeah. It's on is there a space with life?
Yeah, no, real life is one word.
Okay. So R-E-A-L.
L
Okay.
I-F-E Yasharala.
Then space Yasharala.
You're
Yeah.
on here in Houston. Y'all from Houston? Y'all born here in Houston?
Yeah, I'm born here.
Okay. You too, though.
I was born in Colorado Springs, but I lived all my life here in Houston. I only
Y'all
lived
been
3 months of my
watching-
life in. I only lived 3 months of my life in Colorado when I was born there.
Barakadah Yahweh, Barakadah Yahweh Shah.